Hello everyone, Hachadino over here, and we are again with a new cool guide, kind of, because in the new raid, apart from remember to check the spreadsheet, has a lot of things we may be using sometimes. I do know there has been a nerf on Forge, but it's still kind of decent. Use not BIS now for using double trinkets. The trinkets that you will use most likely with this are Forge, Prism, and Batch. Batch, of course, being a lower level trinket, because do remember that it caps at champion eye level, so 704 in this case, so it's a little bit weaker than, of course, Forge and Prism, but most likely, unless we are very lucky on the second bolt, we are not going to get Forge as a rogue, at least over other people. So we will get Prism and the PvP trinket, the durations and the things. The Forge lasts a little bit longer, but all of the others, this one lasts 15 seconds and this one is 20 seconds. If you don't know what they do, Forge is a very strong main stat increase that decays quite a bit. This is like the looking for rate version or something like that. We want to look at the mythic one. With this one, 40k, it will be reduced further today because there's more tuning to be done. Schemes of the Forgotten Sky seems quite good, but we still don't know until we'll actually sim it. Now, for uses, you always use Fortune Pool, and if you are using the Prism, you use the PvP Trinket on Pool. If you have the Forge and the PvP Trinket, because for some reason you got one but not the other, maybe you got the Forge on your Bolt, and still don't have Prism because it just hasn't dropped. So you would be using your Forge, then at 20 seconds, so 30 in this case, or even something like that, you will be using the PP Trinket, and then you have it back for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Then afterwards, at 3 minutes, you will be using it, and all the time the same thing. With the Prism, you can use it two different ways. If you are using it with the PP Trinket, of course, always the PP Trinket on the on pool, and then you can choose to use your Prism or just directly or save it for 3 minutes. This will depend on phasing from bosses. If there is a boss where there is a strong damage amp, maybe the Forge one Aras or whatever, or where you want to move damage from one phase to another, like for example on the second boss, remember the first phase is kind of whatever, and then at 50% he drops down and you want to kill him as soon as possible because the fight gets more dangerous. You can do that. Or in Nexus King, maybe you want to stack it on the mobs, and then on the phase where there is only the dragon, and then when it has the damage amp, you snap the prism and blast him with that damage amplification. Same in the Forge Guard or in the one that has like the mage thingies. When you do the quad open, usually you will be doing two, two, and then maybe another two, and then do the fourth. But that's around 2 minutes. So who knows? Maybe in HC it's around 3 minutes. So there are a lot of places where you can move this. You can also do it in Mythic Plus. In Mythic Plus, maybe if you are going from boss to boss, you can use the trinket in the middle, the PvP one, and then in 3 minutes just snap with the big prism on the boss, doing a lot of damage. Or you can do the same. If you know the boss is easy, you can use the PvP trinket here, and then use the prism fully stacked on a pool, a big pool maybe, and do a lot of damage. So there's a lot of things that you can do with the double on use. These are just some ideas that I thought about, but there is nothing clear. Of course, if you have to hold somehow, it's going to be a little bit less strong than having a passive one, but also we don't do that much damage outside of our cooldowns, so you don't even lose that much damage. You are using only backstabs. Like if you are in this In this phase, it doesn't matter that much. You don't have a passive trinket proccing, let me tell you. Unless it's one like the Cosmic Hunter or the Dimensius trinket that may be doing a lot of damage, but that's for another time. That's everything. Have a nice day, and I will see you on the next video.